Oh, what do you know? We're in the game already. And down the bottom right, that's going to throw me off all night, all week, actually. Bottom right, we have our red Protoss player from the team. It's GoSu. It is none other than Hwangsin. And at the top left part of the map, in the green, from the team NSH.Sting, it is Sting. We are 1-1 in this best of 3 right now. So who will take the final game and move on to the round of 16?
I don't know. It's going to be a good one, though. And I imagine it's going to be another kind of just slapping match and tug of war all in one. So
it seems to be the way these guys like to play. I mean, Hwangsin, last game was like, you know what? I'm going to be really aggressive and not care about my economy that much. I want to just get in there and do damage. So it's kind of fun to watch these guys duke it out. Hwangsin played a really, really good set. Actually, at the GESL a month or two ago, he actually took out Slayer's Clyde at the time in a PVT. So he's had some decent wins against decent players in the past here. So will he get a win against Sting? We will find out. It was a good series.
Yeah, and as a reminder to everyone, of course, we're about, what is today, Wednesday? So we are 10 days away from the finals of the Team Arena Challenge 3, which will be played live in San Francisco. So we're actually getting pretty close to sold out, honestly. So if you guys want to pick up a ticket, make sure you head over to IGN.com/IPL. You see a big IPL face-off San Francisco Showdown banner off to the right-hand side, and that'll direct you to the correct place. So you can pick up tickets there.
Think about it. Team Liquid versus Incredible Miracle.
I know.
That's going to be so cool, man. I'm just so excited, man. I mean, thinking about seeing the stage with those two teams sitting there on the benches, that's going to be so much fun.
And it's going to be, I mean, obviously we'll have our picks, we'll have our favorites and stuff like that, but I have to say, and I will publicly say, I hope that Liquid at least wins the first best of 9 so we go
me too,
all the way the distance. I hope it's like epic 5-4 match and Liquid wins, and then we go to a full nother best of 9.
Yeah, I just want whatever gives us the most games. So, yeah, I absolutely hope Team Liquid takes the first set as well.
And the precedent is there. Both of the previous Team Arena Challenge finals we've had so far, the losers bracket team has won the first best of 9.
Yeah, NSH
and then lost to the winners bracket winner after that.
First time around, it was Mouse versus Incredible Miracle. Mouse won the first best of 9. Incredible Miracle came back and won the second. And in Team Arena Challenge 2, for those of you who don't remember, it was Prime versus NSH.Sting. NSH.Sting came and won the first one. Didn't quite win the second one. So, yeah, we'll have to see if the precedent continues. Looks like a 1-gate expand from Hwangsin potentially. Does he have a second guess? Nope, no second guess yet. So probably will be that.
Could be in store for a quick game. Now, we've seen more and more recently that Terran players, when they decide to switch things up, will go double gas during second factory and do well, actually, with the reactor coming up, it throws that off a little bit. Now, just go for a Cloak Banshee expand, but I don't think that's going to be the case here, as he's already going to be producing a lot of Marines and doesn't look like he has the intention to swap these into some sort of a big drop.
Yeah, it could be a couple different things. Ohana is a really popular map for Terran players to tech on because it's pretty easily defended. It's got a rather long walk distance here. So it will be Marine Medevac Hellion, I believe, in this game is what we're probably going to see. And he could add Banshees on, I suppose, but this is the type of thing that we see like Beyond Prime do every once in a while in TVP. And if the Hellions can get in there and do damage while the Marines come into the natural, you know, the Hellions run in, distract things, Marines come in, you can potentially hurt Protoss really badly. So this is this could be a pretty scary push for Hwangsin.
Yeah.
He's going to need to make sure that he's on top of his micro to defend against this. Going to add on 2 more gateways, it looks like.
But adding them on at 29 supply. Remember, in game number 1, he threw him down at 33, so he waited a lot longer time because he was feeling much more safe. This go around, he's not so sure.
So, being a Protoss player yourself, what's the advantage you get from putting them down on 33 instead of 29 economically? Does it mean you can use like another chrono boost and keep making more probes?
Yes,
much quicker?
It absolutely does. And
whereas this, you have to save your chrono boost to get the, all right, I see.
Yes, but absolutely it does. So your economy is just that much stronger. You can also usually put down your Robo at a lot earlier time as well to get a good read on what your opponent is doing.
Or a Twilight Council.
Well, as it stands, yes, a Twilight Council with a lot of gas. We could even see Dark Templar again. There's a robotics facility, though.
Well, I mean, you know, keep in mind, Genius did a DT expand on this map just yesterday. So this could be something where if he wants to go DTs again, which he does have the gas for, he can warp those in on the high ground using an Observer, but I don't think it's going to get to that point because he's going to need to defend against this right away. And Sting not expanding, going for siege tanks after this. So, yeah, this game is going to be, again, just fast and furious, man. It's going to be Blink. Hwangsin does really like Blink Observer versus Terran.
Yeah.
But I wonder if this is getting started a little bit too slow. It's definitely not going to be a good composition against Siege Tanks. That's what worries me a little bit.
And we'll see if Hwangsin is just going to give up this this expansion. He does have Blink on the way, as we can see, as you said. So it's about 50 seconds done. Being chrono boosted, it's still going to take another 70 seconds or so. But, you know, Hwangsin just trying to defend with whatever he can up at the top. We'll see if anything gets pulled for Sting as well.
He's doing a really good job right now of picking off Marines, but there's just so many units right now for Sting that Hwangsin, I don't know, his Nexus is starting to get a little bit on the low side. It's at about half health.
Thankfully for Hwangsin, though, all of these units are not terribly effective against Stalkers in one-on-one fights, so we can kind of just poke down these units over and over
I don't
again.
know if it's going to be fast enough. The Nexus is so low. Hwangsin has to fight.
And looks like he's going to be okay. He's finally going to drive those units away and holds onto his Nexus, at least for now. Probably should chrono boost that up, though, and make sure that he recovers his shields a little bit quicker.
I got to say, I really like that he was targeting the medevac at the end there, because he knew he could always handle the Marines. Those weren't going anywhere, and they weren't going to kill the rest of his units. But if he can do damage to the medevac, that has the potential to be big, you know, later on in the game if it doesn't get repaired. Sting, though, is going to follow this up with a very strong 1-1-1. It's going to be Marine Tank Banshee, it looks like. A second barracks being added on. So this is going to be pretty all-in from our NSH Terran player. Hwangsin's going to need to, again, you know, just be really careful about that. He's going to have Blink, but he's not going to have Colossi. He's not going to have a lot of Immortals to handle the siege tanks. It's going to be potentially a bit rough.
Yeah, this is a pretty insane amount of units that'll be headed his way very, very soon. So Hwangsin, of course, has kind of a cool way to deal with this a little bit, though, because he's going to push his way up. He's going to see, oh, this is way too big of an army. Well, but I'll pick off a Marine or two, blink back. I'm faster than your units are as well. Pick off a unit or two, blink back, and prepare defenses the whole time. So
yeah, it could work. Certainly could. He's going to send the Observer on ahead. And I don't think there's a Raven in there. I don't think he made a Raven, did he?
Yes, he did.
He did make a Raven.
Yeah.
Okay, so the Observer is going to be careful. Oh, the medevac tries to target down the Banshee. He gets the Banshee.
Oh,
nice snipe.
Look at that line of SCVs coming off the line as well. So
Stalkers are like, oh no. Oh, Hwangsin, blink, blink, blink.
Yeah, he actually, that was a pretty good call on his part to stop there for a while, because like I said, now he can just deal damage, prepare defenses, blink back, deal damage, prepare defenses, blink back. I mean, this is still incredibly difficult to deal with. Do not get me wrong, but he's handled it pretty well.
Oh, Hwangsin is supply blocked right now, too.
Oh, that's
critical mistake. He's putting down some cannons. He did get that Forge down. He's making an Immortal right now, but it's going to be really tough to stop this. He's going to really need to delay as much as possible. And he has 3 siege tanks there. This is going to be rough for Hwangsin.
Point defense drone is already in position as well. Continued units rallying across the map, and Hwangsin's just kind of picking those off. So the SCVs are running forward now. Don't forget, this Nexus was very low to start. Probes running forward directly into a lot of sieged up tanks as well. Splash damage certainly going to be an issue. Point defense drone is doing its job and blocking shots from the Stalkers.
Yeah, I mean, he tried to maybe, and he did a good job of trading his probes for his opponent's SCVs, so now it's just army to army when Hwangsin still does have a bunch of probes in his main. Marauders are out. If he can get like a 3rd Marauder out and continue to warp guys in now that he's not supply blocked, he may be able to hold. He's making that 3rd Immortal right now, but he loses the Nexus. That's bad, but his opponent's on 1 base too, so if he can hold, he's going to be okay because his opponent pulled a lot of SCVs. But I don't know, man. It's looking kind of rough. He does have a force field to trap some of those, but the Banshee's doing tons of damage from the high ground. No anti-air. GG.
And Sting is going to